Hi there guys, are you guys ready? Are you ready for another exciting episode of One Man in His Boat? I certainly am. Last episode you seen us make the patterns for fitting the bulkheads. This episode we're getting the bulkheads all sorted out, thank God. Right, let's get on with the show guys. Before we start guys, look at the weather we've got to deal with. It's yeesh. Thank God I'm indoors. Right, anyway, we had our delivery of the marine plywood. The rest of it's in the feeding shed. So what we've got here is the 18mm plywood. This is marine grade and it's a bulk up of what we've done here. That's 12mm. And as you can see, it's a bit wibbly wobbly. So what the plan is we're going to stick 2 layers of 900 ounce glass matting on the top and then 2 layers of tissue on top of that. And then on the back side, and maybe actually just get 1 layer of fiberglass matting. And then obviously both sides will get gel coated as well. That way we'll stop any water penetration getting in between the boards. And obviously we'll definitely have the end grains all sorted out. They'll get sealed as well. So, enough babbling of me. I blabble too much on my videos. Let's get on with it. Oh, before we start that though, I'll give you a quick update of where we're at with the fishing licence. This is now Monday. I've had the licence for over 5 days now and I still can't get in touch with the fishery office. So I've now left them a stroppy message on the phone. So if he doesn't phone back by 12 o'clock this afternoon, he'll be getting another stroppy blooming phone call because I'm sick to the back teeth. If this is what it's like just trying to sort out a licence, what's it like trying to report illegal fishing, huh? They've no got the manpower. Pull your socks up, Marine Scotland, that's all I'm saying. Right guys, just a quick babble about actually fitting bulkheads themselves. This is quite an important part. We can't miss this step at all because we don't want surface to surface. We're not wanting the bulkhead actually hitting the outside of the hull, because if you have proper contact, what will happen over time is the outside of your hull will look like a dried up riverbed. And we can't have that. No, especially for the Lindsay B. So how do we combat that? The material that we're using is about this thick. And we've already cut the angle this way, but we still need to cut the thickness of the material, so we'll have to cut the angle going that way. So how do we go about this? Well, we use a bevel gauge. Now what you do is you put your bevel gauge against where your bulkhead is going to go, then find the angle of the hull, stick it on your material, and then draw your line. And then that's how you know roughly how to cut your bevel for the shape of your hull. Now what you're wanting is actually about 2mm, well 1.5 to 2mm away from the hull, because like I say, you want to fill that area with a soft compound. That way you're not going to get any stress fractures on the outside of your hull. And when you glass over your bulkhead onto your hull, it's that glass that's taking the strain. Hello guys! Yes, it's me again. I'm sorry, I'm going to blabble on a wee bit. It's been 2.5 days since I last had the camera out, and the reason for that is I've actually been able to catch up with some paperwork. Yay! I got in touch with the fishery officer at long last. Now get this though, in the last month we've had two fishery officers from the west coast dealing with the east coast area. So I ask you, Marine Scotland, what on earth are you playing at? How are the guys meant to actually go about their weekly fill-ins? Because we have to, everything we catch we've got to give down to Eyemouth Fishery Office. So how are you keeping up with that paperwork, eh? Never mind about licences and everything else that a fishery officer has to do. So you know how crap usually runs downhill? I'm pointing it back up the way. So Marine Scotland, top of the line, get your act together, get your finger out your backside, get more help, hire people, lead by example. That's all I'm saying about that. But for the rest of you guys, we've got the licence sorted out at last. We're only to a certain stage with the licence because the next part is all to do with the carvings and markings. That means when she gets her registration numbers and her official name. Now we've already had the letter from the MCA stating that, and that's why I've got the 3-month time limit. However, that all ties in with your fishing licence as well. They can't commit to giving me that fishing licence until I've officially got that carvings and markings note done and dusted, and then they get the registration papers up to me, all sealed, signed and delivered. So last wee bit of babbling now guys, we're just going to finish off what we had left off before. I was telling you about the angles off the hull and what we have to do. Now what I will say is try it on a wee piece of wood first, then go straight into your actual bulkhead. Do a wee bit of scrap wood, get your angle that you think it is. It will change as the boat bevels, but you just want a guesstimate, a sort of rough idea. That way you've got that gap fill for the Sikaflex going in, because you're, like I say, you're not wanting bang on, because you'll end up with a dry riverbed on the outside of your lovely shiny hull. We're not wanting that, do we? No. Right guys, another top news as well. I was speaking to our man, Stephen Hill, the man who designed the One Man in His Boat logo, and we were discussing whether or not we should get something for the stem of the boat. Now, we've come to the idea that we would like something, so we're actually thinking about putting a sticker on our front end. So anybody that comes to Dunbar and says, oh, that looks like the boat that Barry's building, well, there you go. You'll be able to know, because it'll have One Man in His Boat plastered all over it, never mind just the Lindsay B. So I'll be happy with that. I don't know if you guys will, but there we go. I'll just get her a wee bit more lipstick, I think, eh? Get her out on a Friday night. So guys, we have now transferred the pattern onto our marine plywood. Now, in order to do the correct pieces and the correct angles, I personally am going to do it one at a time, because if you fuff this up, it's an expensive mistake, because basically marine ply is not cheap. 6 sheets of 18mm thick by 8 by 4 feet, £530. So convert that into dollars, guys. Right, for the port side, we know the angle that we've got with the scrap bit of wood that we've cut, so we use that to get the angle on the jigsaw, and then we just basically follow it with the camera, Buzz. Follow the line down. We can cut this square because that's the bottom, that's where the deck plate is, and it's the same up here. We can cut this piece, but this piece and this piece has to be cut at the angle as well, and that's all to do with fitment inside the gunnel. And folk that die ken about boats, you're probably thinking that's a bloody weird shape. Well, you're right, it is, but the reason for this bit to go up underneath the gunnels is to make the actual compartment waterproof, not watertight, but waterproof. I mean, I think with the way the construction is on this boat, that you'll never get it watertight quite like that, so we'll just do our best to make it waterproof, I think. So, right, let's get the jigsaw organised, and then we'll get that first piece, the port side piece, cut out, and then we'll see what we're doing after that. Hey guys, here we go, that's the official piece in. Didn't do too bad, I've got small gaps everywhere, all round. I'll try and just get in for yous here. And I'll try to sort my zoom. There we are. It's the same up here. I don't care if I can get right up and show you. Yeah, a bit dark. There is a bit big a gap there. But like I said before, that'll get filled with Sikaflex. At least it's no direct to the hull. But what's there, like I was saying before, it's the actual glass that holds everything together. So if we have that on there, then we're good to go. Right, now on with the starboard side, which is a wee bit I wouldn't say difficult, but you've got to think about it more. Right, boys and girls, this is where it becomes a little bit more difficult. Because you're doing the opposite side of the boat. Now you've done your port side and you came which way you've cut. You're now on the starboard side. You've got to know which way you want your board to face. Now this has now become the inside of the cupboard. I know I've got SB written on there for starboard. This is now your inside of your cupboard if you want to follow the lines. Now we've already made our angle cut on our scrap bit of wood, so we know which direction to put the jigsaw. Just like so. So if you want to cut the wood correctly, we have to follow the arrows, because you're wanting the bevel, this part of the bevel has to be on this line. So obviously that's the opposite for the other side. So we just have to basically cut this on the line now, and then we'll have a wee dry fit and see how we get on. So I hope I've explained that correctly, because I'm lost. It's easy to actually do it than it is to explain it, but there you are. So like I say, if you want to cheat, just make a square cut and fill the rest in. I wouldn't do like that. I like my angles and stuff like that. However, each man to their own, eh? Right guys, as you can see, that'll do nicely, that'll do for me. What I'm going to do now is actually fiberglass these. I'm going to stick the glass on these two pieces anew, get them fitted properly, and then we'll put the centre section in. I think that's the most sensible way to do it, that way I can get everything lined up a wee bit better. So let's get some glass cut at long last and we'll get this done. Boys and girls, welcome to another afternoon of one man in his boat. I've got the shed to myself today, yay! After trying to squeeze everything in yesterday, the family are away to the Kelso Tup sales, away to buy some boys for the girls for next spring's lambs. So I get the whole shed to myself today. I'm not used to it being as empty. Look at this. Oh, I'll need to focus up a wee bit. There you go. So yes, generally I can put my crap anywhere I want today. So where did we get to? We are, yesterday I was actually putting little blocks in for putting the bulkheads in. That basically took the day because it's all quite decent angles and stuff like that. So this afternoon I want to get on with getting these bulkhead bits glassed. Now I'm using tissue as well. I've never used tissue before on my actual fiberglass, and it's always just been the matting and I've just left it at that. But however, I've got tissue, so I'm going to use that and see what kind of a look it's going to get. So we're going to start off with the inside of the cupboard first. Once we get the inside of the cupboard done, then we'll move on to the outside. Hey! Right, anyway, let's get this on. Right, boys and girls, before we can actually fiberglass, we need to mark up the bits that we're actually fiberglassing. Now, I like to use just something like this, an old screwdriver, get a block of wood at an angle and just lightly score. You know what, gone too deep into it, because you don't want to knacker the wood too much. And we do it one way with this, right, and then we'll cross over the pattern and we'll go that way as well. That way you get little hex marks all over your board, and what will happen is when you put your resin over the top, let it seep into the wood, then you put your matting over the top of that, then your resin over the matting, then you roll the air out, then you'll put another little bit of resin on if it needs it, then the tissue paper, and just keep rolling and rolling and rolling until everything bonds together into one sheet. Now guys, a lot of you will actually think that's a bit anal. Well, you're probably right. However, there is a wee bit of theory in my madness. If we have a look at the board, now as you can see, all the diamonds are equal. Now what that will help with is actually bonding the laminate to the wood equally, because if you just go at it with a blooming screwdriver and mark it up any old way, you might get bits that grip better than others. At least this way is going to grip equally to the wood itself. Mind you, I could be slavering a whole lot of nonsense. But that's the way I'm doing it. Alright, this is my channel, this is what I do. So if anybody's got any other way of doing it, I mean, there's bound to be professional fiberglassers out there. Please leave a comment below, let me know what you think. But this is the way I was always taught, and I've never had a problem with delamination. So, right, let's get on with it, guys. Hello boys and girls. Right, it's been a couple of days since we actually got the fiberglassing done. Yes, it's always a couple of days. I wish I could get frickin' on. Anyway, it didn't turn out too well, not as well as I was expecting it to, so I'll give you a quick gander. Whoop. Excuse the camera work, and I'll let you focus in for you. Let's go, there we are. Right, you see this rib effect here? Now I would have thought that would flattened out, but apparently not. So, first time using tissue, I'm going to have to think or swat up on it how you use the tissue for the fiberglassing, because yeah, I'm not happy with it. Anyway, good job it's in the inside of the cupboard. That's why I wanted to do it that way. So what we'll do now is we'll get all this cleaned up, we'll get it reversed over, and all we're going to use is the 900 ounce this time, and just let that dry on. We'll skim it over with some of the Catalloy, and then we'll put the tissue over that. Hopefully we'll get the effect that we're looking for. But if no, it's just trial and error. Like I say, I'm a fisherman, I'm no fiberglasser, I'm no a joiner, I'm no a welder. Right? So, right, we'll get on with that then, guys. Right boys and girls, you've seen me use these before. Same idea, score all the way up, score all the way diagonally. Ready for gripping for the 900 ounce. And we'll put 2 layers on this side, because this is the one that's going to take all the abuse for the outside. So we'll get 2 layers of 900 ounce on that, and then that's what I think we'll call it a day after that. Right boys and girls, you've seen me do the rest before. Cut the sheets out, get the glass on, get it rolled out. Plain and simple. I mean, it's just a matter of repeating the process. Now what I'm going to do now is basically shut the camera off for a week. If there's anything worth filming, I'll film it, but what I'm trying to do is give a stopgap for myself, because it does take time to set up these shots and do the film and all the rest of the carry on, where I really need to batter on with this. So the next time that you come back, we should have the bulkheads done, and then hopefully we'll be getting on with fitting some of the toys. Then after some of the toys are fitted, then we'll be getting on with putting the deck beams in. So fast and furious, that's what we need to go, but top standard. I must have said that, top standard all the way. So, we've had a wee couple of questions about merchandise. Now, it is in the plans, however, Barry's skint. So, it is, the thought process is there, however, it's just getting to there. It does take a while, especially when this thing's costing as much. So bear with us, guys. We shall get you some merchandise out there. It probably will be the Lindsay B logo if we get that name. However, just because we've got it penciled in doesn't mean to say it's confirmed. Once it's confirmed, I'll be a lot happier, and then we can maybe start the process a wee bit quicker. But until that day comes, we just have to twiddler thumbs. Right guys, do the usual. Smash that like button if you liked the video. Please subscribe to our channel. Tick the notification bell. Leave a comment below. Right, until the next video guys, thank you very much for watching. Just remember, this can't happen without you. All the best. And before you go guys, I just want to apologise for the sound quality. We actually found that the muff that stops all the bad sound getting to the microphone had actually slackened off the microphone itself. So that's why there was a lot of farty stuff at the start of the videos. So it's all fixed now. Well, I hope so. If not, my microphone's knackered. But thank you for putting up with it. Hopefully it'll never happen again, because I know to check it now before I even start filming. So, right, thank you very much guys. Cheers. So, bear with us. As please. That's way dark. Good morning boys and girls. Are you ready? Are you ready for another episode of One Man in His Boat? I stuttered there. I stuttered. And we'll get 2 layers of glass. 2 layers of 900 ounce. I'll say that bit again. Hello guys! It's been 2.5 days since I last had the camera out. We had a little bit of well, not mishap, but we had other things to deal with apart from actually building Lindsay B. Now, where did I go with this? Take 2. So everybody that comes to Dunbar, you'll know the boat. That's if we ever get it launched. Mind. Sure. Yeah. Or vice versa. That doesn't even make sense, Barry. We'll take 2 on that one. I've no idea what I'm saying.